What up, Axie? So they changed Razor Bite now. Razor Bite actually applies bleed to the attacker. So it does 50 damage. It heals for half the unblocked damage, but then it applies bleed. So Razor Bite's actually pretty good. There was a lot of reaction to my Tiny Fan team. So let's look at my Tiny Fan team. This guy right here was like the key for my Tiny Fan team. So my idea was to run a triple rice Tiny Fan team. Tiny Fan, what does it say now? They updated the Axie.tech cards for the new cards that are going to be coming out. Retain. This card costs 9 energy. Reduce the energy cost of this card for each level of your energy burst. Let's go into a game and see how high we can get the energy burst. So what's the highest energy burst we can get? It's a bot. So do we have a counter for energy? So what's this number? Is this my energy burst? So this appears to be like energy burst once you collect 12 fragments for the first energy burst. So this is where I think we should be able to, if we have a shiitake, we should be able to replace one that's damaged with this current shiitake, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So 12 shards gets us to energy burst 1 if we are on the... Unless they change like how fast we can get energy burst. See, look, now I'm thinking that we can't even use Tiny Fan unless we have upstream fighter. Let me go to the runes here. They did, I don't know if you saw this, but they did change the art. See, like giant bubble, solo, look at giant bubble. When the battle starts, shuffle 1 giant bubble. Oh, and we get a picture of giant bubble now. Innate retain. All allied Axies gain 1 bubble. If retained, its energy cost +1, and then add 3 bonus bubble. Cap at 5 rounds. So it starts off with 1, then it gives us 4, then it gives us 7, then it gives us 10, then 13, then 17, then 20. Blunt Teeth. This Axie's attack cards deal 30% less damage, but grant 1 bonus energy fragment per energy cost. So this is new. This is new. Oh, and then we have another new one. When the battle starts, this Axie gains 1 bubble. This Axie's attack cards deal 10% bonus damage. Way of the Aqua. We knew about Heart of the Ocean. Is this the basic rare that we get? I wonder what rarity this is. Ooh. We're revealing some new stuff, aren't we? We would want this with Goldfish. We'd want this with Kataro and Carrot Hammer. That could potentially make Kataro give us 1 for playing it, 1 for hitting a random, another for hitting a second different random, and then 1 for Blunt Teeth trigger. So Kataro could give us 4 energy fragments. Goldfish gives us 1, but it gives us 2 bonus ones if we have a skill in our hand. And then this would give us a 4th one, but make our Goldfish hit for like 55 or something like that. Very interessante. So I think I might have made a mistake in that my original team, I was really banking off being able to use rice to really capitalize, right? But the problem is we have Reptile, Dusk, and Dust. And I was thinking more for like Malediction and some other durability options. But I think we really need these moves on a bird for the bird rune. Let me show you the bird one. Energy Guru. When your turn starts during even rounds, gain 1 energy fragment. Whenever this Axie uses an attack cord, deal 4 damage per energy cost to all enemy Axies. But you get that bonus energy there. Ooh, check out Sacred Feather. Once per battle, if this Axie would die, it survives with 1 HP. Then it's healed for 5% of its max HP for each of its feathers. So if you have 10 feathers is the max, so it'd get 50% of its health back. Sharp Talon. This Axie deals 20% more damage against enemies that have no shield. This is going to be brutal against people that are like on aggro teams. Wave the bird when the battle starts. This Axie gains 2 feather. This Axie's attack cards deal 10% bonus damage. So I'm guessing Wave the Aqua and Wave the Bird are both going to be our like standard rare. Interessante. Ugh. So I think we might have made a mistake with our Tiny Fin build. We really need Blunt Teeth, which I'm sure was the upstream fighter. Let's go and look at the art. So adapted program, kind of the same art style here. Arcane Protection, Blunt Teeth, that's one of the new ones. Calcium Armor, big buff to it. When your turn starts, this Axie gains shields equal to 10% of its max HP. So you could have like 440 HP, so to get like a 44 shield every turn. Dark Flame. When the battle starts, add Purge to your deck. Purge! Retain target enemy. Dispel 1 time. This Axie's cards gain a 5% bonus stat. It's kind of interesting. So you can like get rid of one of your stacks. Right? Dispel 1 time. Divine Ring. When the battle starts, add Purify to your deck. This Axie's healing and shielding get 5% bonus stats. So Purify says retain. Target an allied Axie, cleanse 1 time. Remove up to 1 curse from your deck. Ooh, okay. There's Giant Bubble. Let me sell the Giant Bubble art. Very nice looking art style here. Energy Shard. Ooh. When the battle starts, gain 1 energy fragment. Whenever you create an energy burst, heal this Axie for 40 HP. This is a neutral, dude. So 3 of these. Ha ha ha. Ooh, check out the art on Glorious Mane. Solo, when played, this Axie's single attack cards no longer grant energy fragments, but gain 5 permanent damage instead. So this gives your Axie's cards like the nut effect, right? Healing Force. Solo, when your turn starts, heal all allies for 8 HP. Then deal 4 damage per allied unit to all enemies. Whoa, this is kind of cool. If you're the team we were just playing. Oh wait, was that a Dawn? Oh, that's a Dawn. Oh, we need a Dawn with Shiitake and Lamb out of the ocean. Party Warrior, Heaven's Echoes, Holy Prayer. Last Wish. This is another neutral. Check that out. Solo, this Axie gains 30 bonus max HP. When this Axie dies, 8% of its max HP is granted as a shield to other allies and dealt as damage to all enemy allies. Ooh, so it's like a last stand kind of trigger. A Leaf Cloak. Ooh, okay, I see what they did here. Solo, this Axie takes 15% less damage if it has Leaf. When attacked, this Axie loses 1 leaf, then grants 1 leaf to all other allied Axies. So if you have a single Axie with Poppy, Leaf Cloak, and then you have Bamboo Shoot, it may seem like kind of like it doesn't really combo well with like your other Axies, but in here, Leaf Cloak would give it a lot of versatility. It would make it very tanky. You wouldn't have the drawback of not being able to heal it like the mech one, right? You have the benefit of giving the leaves to your other Axies, so that's kind of neat. Cool little art for Lens of Truth. Malediction. Memento Leaf, what is this? This Axie summon gained 14 bonus max HP. Whenever a summon belonging to this Axie dies, grant 1 leaf to this Axie. Oh, so this is Natured Ground. Looks like Natured Ground got a little bit of a change up there. Metamorphosis. Solo. When your turn starts, this Axie gets 1 Cocoon. Cocoons on this Axie grant 4 bonus shield per stack. In Cocoon, when your opponent's turn starts, gain 12 shield. When your opponent's turn ends, retain 5% of any remaining shield per Cocoon, max of 10. So you can get 10 Moonlight Thief. That's kind of neat. When your turn starts, steal 1 energy fragment from your opponent. It's a Dusk. It's a Solo though. This would fit very well on our Tiny Fan like triple rice team. When your turn ends, this Axie heals equal to 3x your energy fragment. So you can have up to 11, 19, and 31. So it can heal for like 100 HP just before your last energy burst. It's pretty neat. Ooh, Prehistoric Armor's art. Ooh, that's neat. It's like a spine. It's a Solo. Spike on this Axie grant 3 bonus blood spike. So instead of you getting 5 for 1, you get 8 for 1. We talked about that in my last video. Click up there if you haven't seen it. So Rejuvenate. Ooh, this Axie's healing and shielding cards gain 10% bonus stats and apply 1 cleanser to their... Oh yeah, we talked about this because we have the Axie, this guy. This guy's a Dawn, and we were running Heaven's Echoes. Mech with the shield backup, this guy. And then on the front line, we were running one of our bugs. I can't remember which one we were running. We were running the guy with the really low ID. This was our team, but... So now this guy, when I use any of these shield cards, if I had this Rejuvenate, healing and shielding, gain 10% bonus stats. So I'd be shielding for 72, and then getting a cleanser. Steel skin, I like that. It's like a Autobot, like very reminiscent of, you know, Transformers. This actually takes 10% less damage from direct hits. That's a nerf. Okay, so that's a change up from the original. So now the shields don't get the bonus effect of steel skin. It only does reduce damage if it's hit by an attack that's unshielded, I think. We saw the big change up to shield backup. This shields, they should not have nerfed shield backup, I don't think, because 9 were in the top 100 at the end of the season. And then when they changed Blood Moon, when the season ended, 0 were in the top 100. So Blood Moon was enough to nerf this into oblivion. So I don't think that this is, I don't know, man. Trap Nullifier. When this battle starts, add Detect to your deck. Retain. Target enemy. Remove 1 secret. Oh, that's pretty neat, man. Pretty neat. Wave the Aqua. When your turn starts, this actually gains 1 bubble. Attack deal 10% bonus damage. Wave the Beast. When it starts, get 1 rage. Wave the Bird. 2 Feather. Wave the Bug. 2 Cocoon. Venom Master. So it gives single attack cards apply 2 poison and deal 25% less damage. What? I don't know about this nerf to Venom Master. Wave the Plat. When this battle starts, it gains 2 leaf, healing and shielding, 10% bonus. Right? It's actually no, just healing. Wave the Reptile. When it starts, get 2 spike. Wicked Ward. Whenever this actually plays a curse card. All allied units gain 10 shield, so kind of a buff here. Zap Armor. This actually deals 10% bonus damage and takes 20% less damage when it's shielded. So giving it this buff, I don't think it makes it much better. I don't know about that hardcore nerf. This Trap Nullifier is pretty neat. I really like the Moonlight Thief. Stealing shards from your opponent. That's going to come in handy. Last Wish Healing Force. There's a lot of cool stuff, man. The meta is going to be completely different. Well, it looks like we're going to need to rely on Runes and Charms to play some of the finishers, right? We have Tri-Spikes. We need a lot of spikes for it to really work. We have Tiny Fan. We can't even get to the energy burst high enough to make it castable. I don't know if there's going to be an increase in the cap or maybe a decrease in the amount of shards it takes to get to energy bursts. I think energy bursts shouldn't have a cap. It should just go 5 and then 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, games will never get there, but I don't think it hurts to have it implemented in case it does in some instances. I'm really sad about the shield backup thing. I do like the Purge, the Purify, and the Detect. That's a lot of cool stuff. Anything that puts stuff in your deck that your opponent doesn't have access to is pretty neat. I don't know. Leave a comment down below. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think cards like Tiny Fan are even going to be playable? It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. There's a lot of stuff out there that doesn't require nearly as much support to work, right? Like you could just play Koi's now with a bunch of damage and just target the front of the back. The Koi is very good all of a sudden. Is it worth it to kind of mix and concoct all these if, ands, and but scenarios when really they rely so heavily on the runes and charms? Is it better to just play something that's very straightforward and consistent? You know, like a triple goldfish team, triple bubble maker? Like, I don't know. I'll do nothing to know. Leave your comments down below. We'll see you in the next video.